Hey guys, George back again with another LP and CD update for May 4th, 2012. Went to Princeton Record Exchange this weekend. Hit that place up. Pretty good haul from there. Not the best. I've had better, but it seemed like they had a lot of stuff. It seemed pretty empty. But I did pick up a few things that were really cool, and it's good because I didn't spend a ton of money. Also, I went to a library sale, which my wife wanted to go to the book sale. They had a ton of records there. They were all like 25 cents each, so I got like early mono Frank Sinatra's and Tom Jones, and like in mint condition. I'm a big Sinatra fan. I love Tom Jones too. I know I'll get some flack for that, but whatever. But I figured make this video pretty short. I got a stack of vinyl and a few CDs and a DVD. So let's get to it. First up, I got the Samson. This is called Head Tactics. This was released, I think the mid-80s, like 85, 86, somewhere around there. This takes the first, the Samson records, Head On and Shock Tactics. Kind of like a best of the two with Bruce Dickinson on vocals. This is the US pressing. I have one of the other ones, like the original pressings on. I think I have Head Tactics on. I mean, Head On vinyl. But so that was cool to get that. Next up is Plasmatics Coup d'etat. Kind of hard to find on vinyl nowadays. This is the Capitol Records pressing, US pressing. Killer band. Always liked these guys a lot. Like Wendy O. Williams a lot. I thought she was cool. But killer. Mint. That's like almost mint. Next up is Rose Tattoos Assault and Battery. This is like the only one I didn't have. I guess it was kind of hard to find. I don't know. I got gold stamp promos of the first two records. But I was happy to find this. This is killer. Really cool album. I love the first three Rose Tattoo records. And the last two they did, I think within the last 10 years or so, they put two albums out that are really, really good records. I like them a lot. If you haven't heard any of the new Rose Tattoo stuff, well, the latest Rose Tattoo stuff, I suggest check them out. Next up is the first Zodiac Mind War EP. This is on Drastic Plastic. This is High Priest of Love. I believe this came out in England only. I don't think it came out in the US until after Tattoo Beat Messiah came out. It's killer. It's Zodiac Mind War. One of his first. I don't think it's his first EP, but I think it's one of the first ones. Next up is a band I never heard of. I just saw they were on SPV, Radio Dead ones. It's called AAA. Kind of looked cool, so it was in the cheap bin, still sealed. Came out last year, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Like I said, I didn't crack it yet, so I don't know what they're all about, but definitely curious to hear that. Next up is the brand new LA Guns record, Hollywood Forever. This is on Deadline in the US. This actually comes out tomorrow. The only problem with this is that the vinyl only has 10 songs. The CD has 14, I think, or 15, something like that. And I know because of time restraints, they probably picked the best 10 to put on here, so they didn't have to make it a double album. But from what I heard of it, it's really good. I'm not a big fan of the LA Guns without Tracy in the band, but right now I would say this band as a whole is, they're firing on all cylinders. I think this album so far, what I've heard all 10 songs. I'll be getting the CD probably this week, but from what the first 10 anyway are killer. I mean, you would never know Tracy's not there, really. I mean, the guitar player Stacy Blades, I think his name is killer. It's a shame they can't work things out with Tracy, because it is his band. It always was his band, always will be his band. But what are you gonna do? Next up is the self-titled Leatherwolf Records. This is a gold stamp promo. This is the Island Records version. Not much to say about it. Never had it on vinyl. I've got the CD. Pretty good record from what I remember. Next up is Ian Hunter's Overnight Angels. I listened to this last night. This is a great record. I never had this record. I steal it every now and then, but it was one of those things that I'll get it, and then it seemed like it disappeared for. I didn't see it until this weekend. It's been like a year since I've seen it, so I snagged it. It was only $1.99, but it's like almost, not a scratch on it. It's killer, and it's a great record. I'm glad I finally found it. Killer. Next up is Star's Piss Party. This is actually an upgrade for me. I have this already, but the the cover was kind of beat. This one, like, the vinyl's like almost mint. The cover's almost mint, and it's the piss yellow vinyl, which is killer. So this was cheap. This was like $3, I think, for this. So I'm glad that I got an upgrade of this. I love Stars. Richie's been a friend of mine for about 15 years now. I'm working the various record shows over the years, and I went to Stars Fest and all that stuff. So next up is another Stars. This is Do It With the Lights On. This is like a compilation of early demo stuff and newer shit that ended up being, I think, Hellcat stuff. Clear vinyl. I think Richie put this out back in, I don't know, 87, something like that. Yeah, 1987. So pretty killer. I never had this. I think I pretty much have all the Stars stuff on vinyl now. I don't think I'm missing anything except for maybe one of the live records, like the UK live things. This one was awesome. I didn't know about this. I never heard of it. This is Fastway's We Become One single. It's got 2 unreleased studio tracks from the first album, Crazy Dream and Back in the Game. Never heard of those tracks. Never heard them. So when I saw this, I was so stoked, man. It was $1.99 at Princeton. But I almost hit the floor when I loved the first Fastway record. So when I saw this, I was like all over it. And it's in mint condition too. Killer. The thing is, I haven't heard the new tracks yet. I haven't popped it on yet because I've been listening to all this other stuff. But tonight I will. Next up is Wasted Save Your Prayers. I have this on vinyl already, but I got the gold stamp promo, and it's got my buddy John on drums, using his real name on this record. But Danny Vaughan, Paul Chapman, and Pete Way. Killer. Good record. I always liked this record. A little keyboardy for me, but overall, the bonus track that was on the CD, I think it's Fire Under Your Wheels, something like that. That's my favorite Wasted track of that era. That song kicks ass. Next up is a punk band called Corporate Ideals. Join the Resistance. This was put out in, I have no idea, there's no date, but it looked cool. It was cheap, and when I got home I realized that it's blue vinyl. It's needs a good cleaning, but I haven't listened to this yet. But I thought it looked kind of cool, so I figured I'd pick it up. Like I said, there wasn't a shit ton of stuff like there normally is at Princeton, but then I got the EZO Fire gold stamp promo. Not much to say about this. Never had it. Kind of like that band. They weren't the greatest, but it was weird. Like, all this metal stuff I got, it's all promo stuff, so it's like somebody cleaned out their closet or something. Next up, Viper, Prepare to Strike. I've had this on cassette forever. I couldn't tell you I can't remember what it sounds like. This was another like $2.99 LP, so I figured I'd get that. And Culprit, Guilty as Charged. I always see this go for a ton of money. I don't know why, but this is another $3 one. It's on Shrapnel. I haven't listened to this yet. I don't really know much about them. Next up is Reckless, No Frills. These guys kind of look cool. Again, gold stamp promo on Adco Records. Never heard them. I definitely want to check them out, but I couldn't tell you what they sound like. Now, next up is that was all the Princeton stuff except for the LA Guns thing. I just picked that up today, but the rest of this stuff is from the library sale we went to, which I had no idea there was going to be vinyl there. I went to get some books, but first up is like the original pressing of Frank Sinatra's All Alone. Like I said, I'm a huge Sinatra fan. This is the stereo pressing, but it's like still has the plastic, outer plastic on it. Next up is Frank Sinatra's Days of Wine and Roses, another first pressing. This might be the mono. Yeah, this is the mono, and they're all like mint condition. Sinatra 65, this is the mono. This is like mint. First pressing on Reprise. Killer. Tom Jones, Help Yourself. This is the stereo first pressing. Tom Jones, The Fever Zone. This has got Delilah, and this is also first pressing stereo. This is Tom Jones. This is the stereo pressing. And this one's like the rare one, I think. Tom Jones, it's not unusual, the mono, the original mono pressing. This was still sealed. I opened it to listen to it, and it sounds amazing. I mean, it's Tom Jones. He's like hit or miss with some people. He's not my cup of tea, but I like him. I grew up with him. My family, when I was a kid, my grandmother listened to Frank and Dean and Tom Jones, so I just knew all the shit, growing up, and always had a special place in my heart for that kind of stuff. I can listen to that shit anytime. But, another one, Hank Williams Jr. sings the songs of Hank Williams. This is killer. I mean, this is way before the beard and the outlaw country, Hank Williams Jr. I just thought this was cool. He does all his father's tracks on here, like Your Cheating Heart and Jambalaya, and I don't know, man. I'm not a big country fan, but there's certain artists that I like. Hank Williams Jr. is one of them. And some of the newer outlaw country guys like Hank 3, and kind of cool, but this is killer. Next up is Willie Nelson's Always on My Mind. Again, this is just filler. I like Willie. Like I said, these are all 25 cents, so. Next up is Derringer Live. One of the only rock things they had there. Mint condition almost. Pretty killer. And the last one is the Commodore's Anthology 2-record set. I had gotten a Commodore set last time. I did an update. This is like a two record thing. Pretty killer though. So again, that was a quarter. So that's it for the LPs. I got a couple CDs. First off, I want to bring up this. I got this DVD. It's Dangerous Toys, and it's the 20th year celebration. Now, I originally had ordered this from their website, and it was just a DVD-R, with the same kind of artwork. And I was on Amazon tooling around on there for some Dangerous Toys to see if I was missing anything, which I knew I wasn't, but I realized that they were selling a double disc set, and it was on MVD visual. So I got one for like $5 or something, and here it's the album or the DVD, the concert with an audio of the whole show. Well, 80 minutes of the whole show, and then you get a coupon with an access code to get the rest of the tracks to download. And they remastered the whole thing. They remastered all the audio, so it sounds incredible. So I was like totally stoked to find this. Like I said, I'm a huge Dangerous Toys fan. I love these guys a lot. I wish they would do a new studio record, but I've seen them about 6-7 times over the years. Every time they've come through Philly, I've gone to see them, whether it would be part of a package or headlining a small club. But Fucking awesome band. Very underrated band. Now onto some CDs I got real quick. Chris Robinson's Brotherhood EP. It's like 3 cover tunes. He does Blue Suede Shoes, Girl I Love You, and Bright Lights Big City from Jerry Reed. It's okay. I think the whole full length album comes out tomorrow, but all these 3 of these songs aren't on the record, so this is kind of like a sampler I got. Next up is a band called Aces and Eights. It's called Bad Deal. Kind of Super Suckers, hard rock, AC/DC type. Pretty cool. I like this a lot. 11 songs. I like finding a lot of the independent rock and roll, you know, that just you don't see anywhere else. I found some really killer bands, and that's one of them. A couple other ones here. A band called the Strutting Cocks. This one's called Smell the Cock, or Smell the Cocks. These guys kick ass. These guys are really good. I would definitely check out. I know it's a kind of a plain packaging, but definitely check out the Strutting Cocks. I mean, they're kind of like that AC/DC, Motorhead, Super Suckers, Nashville Pussy type stuff. You know, that's kind of like, that seems like the new hard rock right now, is that kind of stuff. Next up is a band called the Filthy Angels. This is called Like a Filthy Angel. There's a website called pledgemusic.com where you go on and you pledge. You know, artists can go on there and ask for donations so they can record their record or press their record or whatever. And I think it's the greatest idea in the world because it keeps independent artists, it keeps all the money in their hands. They don't have to deal with any record label bullshit. Ginger Wildheart from the Wildhearts has done the same thing on the same website with a 3-disc compilation, 3 discs of all brand new material. That'll be, I ordered that. That'll be here in June sometime or July, something like that. But anyway, I found this band on that same website. Killer hard rock band, kind of punkish. I got the pledge. I got an exclusive CD, DVD deal. An autographed picture. Very cool band. Pledgemusic.co.uk is the name, and I'll try to post something. I think that's the website, but I'll check before I post this, and I'll post a link down the bottom of the page here so you can see it. But definitely check them out. They're a really cool band. Next up is another dollar CD I got from Princeton called the Mooney Suzuki. My brother turned me on to these guys. Haven't listened to this yet, but I heard some stuff he played for me. I dug it. Next up is the Heartless Devils. This is their newest record called El Diablo Sin Corazon. I don't know. But anyway, kind of Super Suckers, hard rock, Nashville Pussy type shit. Killer band, very killer band. I like this a lot. Check them out. And the last one is Damnation Alley. This is called Sonic Lobotomy. Very hard rock, Motley Crue type stuff. Brand new band, I believe. Well, this came out in 2010, so I guess not too new, but never heard of them, never heard them before. They do a killer cover version of Kiss's Parasite on here. Really cool band. I liked it a lot. Pretty cheap. You can find this on CD Baby like the other stuff. Definitely check them out. But anyway, that's it for this week. I don't have too much coming because I'm trying to save some money. I'm going to that record or Vinyl Palooza out in Pittsburgh on June 15th. So I'll be out there. But I have a couple things coming, so the next update probably won't be too long. If I even do one at all. I might just wait until after that. A DVD and Blu-ray update will be next week sometime. I got some killer shit to watch. I got some stuff on demand that I watch, like Piranha 3DD. That I watched this weekend. I liked it, but I'll give you more details of that when I do the DVD update. Anyway, sorry this has been so long and I'm long-winded, but you know that's how it goes in rock and roll. So thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and peace.